Good afternoon, good evening, hello to you. Today is April 26th, 2020. A lot of people have been telling me, I'm kidding, no one has ever told me, but I would imagine that these videos are hard. And in some sense, they kind of are because you gotta be constantly generating content. You gotta be thinking about new ideas, but at the same time, if you're just talking, they really make the video generate by themselves. So it's a 50-50 thing. Sometimes I feel like not really making a video because sometimes I feel like there's nothing in particular of that day that's been like outstanding or like just standing out. Other days, I feel like there's so much to talk about. Today is a relative easy, okay day. I mean, I was just finishing up some, my daily hobbies, and so far so good. I mean, it's almost the end of April, and it's been, I've lost count of the quarantine days, but so far so good. I mean, right now, I really do tell myself, if you cannot do the things that you've always wished to do during these times, then you're never gonna do it. So, making these videos, making this content has been one of those projects of mine that I've been wanting to do. So I've been trying my best to, be constantly being consistent, and also if I can think of something else maybe to talk about, by all means, I think I would really like to do that. I think Q&As are fun and all, but it's not really insightful in the matter of it's not the best content. I like Q&As, but if I can just dig deep down and tell myself, what is it that you believe in, Adrian, and what can you talk about that you're passionate about, I think that would make these videos smooth sailing all the way. But yeah, sometimes, I have these days where I just don't really feel like doing anything. It's like in the mornings, my brain is like dead for like 5 hours in a row. And then it's not up till like the evenings where I feel like my brain's sparking up with creativity or any activity. I've been, jogging, and I've been taking care of my plants. I've been helping out in the house. I've been trying to do self-maintenance. My hair is growing out really long. I'm actually gonna think about keeping my hair long. I've always wanted long hair, and this is the first time where I actually see it coming through, especially on the sides. So, yeah. I'm blessed to have these kind of genetics, because this is luscious hair. Look at that. It's amazing. But anyways, as far as politics goes, people are surprising me. People do not want to stay in quarantine for sure. I see a lot of people being. This is my whole gist about people who think about. I don't know. They always want to seem smarter than they actually are when it comes towards science and just facts in general. Like, if the doctors are telling you, if the medical field is telling you stay indoors, people always want to seem smarter by not doing it. Why is it always the fucking hipsters that support Trump, and like they try to seem smarter by thinking he's the best out, he's the best solution towards our problems right now. No, we don't need a reality TV. We don't need a reality a-hole to be running our country right now, and it's the last thing we want. But unfortunately, this is reality, and reality is very scary. But that's my only input on politics right now. Right now, I genuinely feel like it's crazy out there, honestly. I honestly feel like it's tough right now, and these are some crazy times we do live in. But if there's anything we can learn out of this, is that we as individuals can be kinder people. That's for sure. Whether you're going to retail, whether you're seeing someone else work, be thankful, say thank you, be sincere. That doesn't take out that much out of us, because I feel guilty that I'm staying at home, and there's other people that genuinely maybe dislike their jobs or just putting up with it, and they have to they're in the predicament of this is how, this is how I pay my day-to-day checks. And I'm one of those people where I'm conscious about, people doing their jobs. And it's this whole thing where you're like, wow, the system runs because it's someone else that's having that job and doing it. And I worked 7 years in retail, so I genuinely know how that feels, in particular customer service. I've been a cashier, I've been a baker, I've been a meat department clerk, I've been in grocery, produce. I've done all the gist. And, there came a point where I was all like, this, I don't feel like it's satisfying. To me, it felt very boring and repetitive and monotonous. But unfortunately, a lot of jobs are monotonous. But thankfully, I'm going back to school during the fall. But in the meantime, work, study programs, and maybe the men at my school and the job on the side is going to help me out throughout this. However, I do know how it is to work in the retail environment, and it's a difficult job. It is, and people take it for granted. They think it's the easiest thing that you can. It's one of the easiest jobs. It's like it's like a first entry job. Like, there's a lot of things where you realize and you take for granted about all these people that are like contributing and working, and it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's. I think have some decent sense of humanity within you, and be kind. Doesn't take out that much of us to be kind to one another. And so, you get this every now and then. You do get an associate who is an asshole, but you just try to be a mirror. Like, okay, make them acknowledge that they're not in their best behavior, but I wouldn't blame them because these are crazy times we do live in. Other than that, yeah, it's I feel like it's one of those things where I grew up working, ever since I was 17. So up until this point, I'm 24. Like, I do know how that feels. I know what that's grind and striving to want to do better. You gotta have that motivational factor. Where do I see myself 3 years from now, 5 years from now? I think that was my fire. Like, for me, getting my associates and me going to my junior and finally going to my university, that was the fire to keep on making me go. And now that I feel like I've reached that point where I'm going to my university, I'm gonna get my bachelor's, I'm kind of like, I think my fire for retail, for me striving, for me putting up with all that is just diminished. So now I'm on to other like fields of interest. I've in particular been wanting to become a better writer, and also being a good commentator, and also making these videos, because I kind of get a feeling that if I make these videos a little bit better, it's gonna open up new doors for me. I really do, I sincerely do believe in that. So I'm just working on this as much as I can. And to that account, I've been working on myself, and I think that's. And what do I mean by working on myself? I've been trying to be more disciplined with myself, and just driving my own character. Like, I'm just like, this is me. This is me as my most authentic as I can be, and I'm a double-edged sword in the sense that I do have my cool parts. I have my I have my funnies, and I'm an interesting kind of character. But I gotta work on some on my bad ends. I can be a massive procrastinator. I can be very lazy. I can I'm not the most when it comes to deadlines, I fail sometimes in deadlines. I'm forgetful most of the time. So, there are some faults in me, but we're working on these things. I'm truly working on these things. So this was more about politics and self-improvement and my opinion on things. I think it's major kudos to the people that are working and are contributing sincerely, because, if they weren't for you guys, this whole society would be down the down-going hill. So, there's that. But at the same time, you got to look for what you want to do in this life. You can't let other people dictate what you want to do, because ultimately people don't care what you do. They're in it for themselves. So, you gotta put that that's your sword right there. That's your edge and tooth and nail. Find out what you want to do and fucking go for it, because no one else is gonna tell you what to do. If anything, they're gonna tell you what they want you to do. There's that. yeah, and set aside between my own personal opinion, I've been sleeping a lot, and yeah, I feel like some days I've been getting really very lazy, like, just like not wanting to do anything. That gets to me sometimes. It honestly does. And I hate it. I really do. So, I'm gonna be working on this content a lot more. I feel like, I have some opinions and I see some ideas on what to talk about. Maybe, if I can find a general interest point, I mean, that would be great. As far as me doing what am I doing right now? I mean, I've been reading, just a couple books about democracy and the history of the United States. I've been Smash playing. I'm a cloud main. I do that. And like in between the book sessions, I kind of like play like 1 or 2 Smash games. It kind of alleviates, the boredom. Not the boredom, but like, it switches it up. So I like doing that. Facebook, I love the meme content. I try to be a good meme commentator. My purpose of that is, I try to like not pick a side, but I'm also like, I'm looking through the sense of humor of things, and I think as long as you guys are contributing and you guys are putting your input, I'm loving it. You guys, I see you guys posting a lot of funny shit, and that makes my day, and it gives me a couple giggles. It gives me a lot of laughs. So you guys out there, you guys are doing a good job. School wise, CSUF all the way, baby. Like, I already got that down. I already got it down. They're gonna give me the grants, transfer grant and the Cal Grant B, and I got the FAFSA and the teach loan. So I'm set right there. But at the same time, I feel like I need to contribute more at the school. Maybe I'll get into a couple programs. Maybe writing more of my writing journals. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I really don't want to make it too long. And yeah, so my input on things is that people are crazy. Crazier than me, and that's scary. So as far as things go, as cliches goes, it's crazy when you're conscious that you are your own worst enemy, but you are also your best ally. So if you want to like start doing something, start doing it. Start fucking doing it, because tomorrow might not come. Yesterday already happened. Right now is the perfect time to be doing the things that you want to do. And I don't know what you want to do. I think everybody has specific talents, and they can, everybody has their strengths. Just like they have their weaknesses, everyone has indeed their strengths. So, we have the resources, we have the time. It's just for you to be going out and do it. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. All right, man. We're calling this a quit on this video session. Next time, we'll talk about, I don't know, maybe anime, maybe some video games, maybe my daily hobbies and what I'm reading right now. I really don't know, but we'll think about it. So stay cool out there, and let's make this the best quarantine we can.